Welcome to Thank You Fans.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Presented by Bleacher Heads. We're here to break down sports the way fans actually live it.
Oh no! We suck again!
Online, overreacting, and looking forward to next year. Let's get angry.
All right. Welcome back to the Thank You Fans podcast. I am Luke. I'm joined by some friends of the BH community, the BH team, because we decided to change things up a little bit today. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, welcome in.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Seymour Butts.
Is that what we're rolling with?
That's what I'm doing today.
All right. It's me
She likes to remain a mystery.
me, Seymour, and Lauren
Yep.
are here, and we decided to switch things up a little bit today. So let's start things off. How's everyone's holiday weekend?
You go first.
Anyone do
Yeah,
anything fun?
mine was pretty good.
I heard you had a sporting injury.
Oh, yes. I played some wiffle ball, as you do. Played
As
with
you do.
as you
On
do.
the floor.
Hey, that's
As you
America's
do on
pastime.
That's an
Played on
American
America's
thing to do.
birthday.
Super classic thing, and yeah, just kind of trying to get out there. I was feeling a little rusty, and I'm like, hey, I'm just playing with some of the girls. It's okay, it'll be fine. Took a fastball straight to the chest.
Oof.
I thought you got hit in the leg.
No.
You got hit in the chest?
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's why I don't do those things.
But if Sarah's watching, it's okay, girl. I understand. It's part of the game.
I mean, hey, you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta put your body in
you
front
gotta
of the
rub
ball.
some dust on it.
Yep.
That's yeah. We got ice. We got ice in the back if you need to. So.
I ripsticked for the first time.
Did you
And-
finally learn?
In many years, I ripsticked. Ripsticked.
Uh-huh.
One of those.
It was one of the most terrifying things I've done in a long time.
Why?
Because I almost fell, like, every single time. And I kept getting made fun of because I can't move my hips. Because you know what? It's not a salsa. I'll tell you that right now. It's not. And I was trying to keep everything, like, locked in.
Is that what they told you? It's a salsa.
They were like, you need to, like, move your hips more so that you can, like, get it to go faster. And I was
Yeah.
like, number one, I'm okay with the speed. Number two, which wasn't very fast at all. And number two, I needed to, like, keep everything really locked out in case I did fall.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
Back to my cheerleading days, I know we like to talk about those a lot, but if you fell from the top, you were supposed to, like, literally just, like, lock out.
Yeah.
Like, you were supposed to bring your, like, arms in, bring your legs into your side, and, like, if you were gonna hit, you were gonna hit. But
That
you were
works in zero other aspects
No,
of
but that's
life.
exactly, they literally tell you to
Yeah,
do
well,
that.
yeah, but I'm just saying if you fall at not when there's, people
Yeah.
trained to
No.
catch you, it's a good way to, like, I guess.
You're
Just get a
supposed to just kind of
concussion.
go like this and, like, lock everything in, because otherwise you're gonna hit
So
somebody
did
in
you
the nose.
fall and do that?
I didn't fall. I've fallen before, but this is just me saying when I was doing the rip sticking, I was made sure to, like, lock everything out because I was worried about the fall.
That makes sense.
And if I skinned a knee or something, I was going to skin everything. So I was like, all right,
Well,
whatever.
maybe that's why you were struggling. You needed to let loose a little more?
No.
Okay.
No. But I have fallen in the past recently where, like, I just kind of, I hit the ground, my little shoe hit some water, and I went straight back, and I was holding a whole bunch of pudding cups, and and
Why was?
I don't know, I think we just gone to the store, and it was like,
All right, sorry, not to take you off topic.
I know, but I just wanted some pudding cups. They were just a chocolate, but like
Right.
the ones with, like, the vanilla in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
best of both worlds. But, yeah, and so then I slipped, and I was going straight back, and it was in a garage, because it was really slick on the floor, and I literally just went and, like, hit the
Yeah.
ground, and I, like, tucked my chin to my chest like this, and so I just hit the back of my shoulders, and it hurt, but
Which
I didn't
honestly
hit my head.
Probably better than, like, your
Yeah, I guess
wrists,
tucking your chin
too.
helps unless you're going straight.
I just went
face first
straight,
and
straight
then.
back, like, to give the viewers a visual. Like, it was kind of, and I just completely locked out just like this,
I mean, it works.
you know? And
Yeah.
it did work, and I
So
didn't.
if you're falling face first, would you like tuck your chin like?
No, I think I would just do the header.
Okay. All right.
There's no thinking involved.
There's
this
not.
is the
That's
this
just,
is the
it's an instinct that you had to learn.
this is the instinct that I learned, and now that's just what I do every
Yeah.
time.
But no injuries though this weekend. For
No,
your
no
sticking?
injuries
You
for
did
me.
say you had some random bruises earlier.
Yep.
Could they be from that?
No.
Okay.
Unrelated.
Unrelated, could be Bubba, could be Frankie, definitely.
Her dog.
He got a little rowdy this weekend. He was kind of...
Fireworks are a little scary for dogs. If there's a random sound effect that anyone that's listening hears, it's probably me itching my legs because I think I tried to count last night and I got up to about 7,000 bug bites that I have.
It's called ASMR.
Yeah, it's driving me absolutely insane, and I know that I could probably just put some hydrocortisone on it and it would make it stop itching, but
I feel like we've been giving a couple different remedies, and I don't think any of them are
the X method.
I would rather just scratch it until it's flat.
Fleets.
Until it's just flat, and if you just scratch the bug bite off, then. Nah, probably not. I need to get. I kind of thought that this would be over by now, and then I think I got almost no sleep last night because I could not.
Let me ask you this: do you think that you could just stop being a weenie?
Right.
It is a little bit of a mental thing. I don't appreciate being called a weenie, but yeah, I got a million bug bites. The first night I had a towel over me, so I did a really good job of not getting any bug bites.
Did you apply bug spray?
I did. I wore bug spray. Didn't wear any scented stuff other than deodorant.
That's good.
And it's still, they were out to get me. But my mom always said it was because I tasted so sweet, so I'm just going to tell myself that while I'm itching my leg raw at night.
Yeah. Right.
So, I guess 4th of July was good. Did you guys watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
I did. I tuned in.
So the interesting thing about this, we talked about the betting lines last episode. Right before, I think the day before, the line was 71.5. It dropped to 70.5 on the 4th of July, and Joey Chestnut ended up eating exactly 70.5 hot dogs. And I don't remember them ever logging half hot dogs in the final tally, but he got to 70.5. So a lot of bettors were either very happy or very unhappy.
This is one of those things that makes me think that it is
staged.
It's set up. Okay, 70.5 hot dogs.
He tried so hard to get that last half dog in, but it's that doesn't help anyone out because then that's a push for everyone. I guess it kind of helps the books out, but it doesn't help any of the bettors out. There's nobody that's that won because of that if they bet on the 4th. So,
do you think? I know he's a man of the people, but I feel like in a situation like this, it's okay to be a little, selfish. So I don't really know if he's thinking about the bettors.
No, he's not. I think he was just trying to get another dog down. And,
right.
Was trying to see what he could get.
I can't imagine not being able to eat something physically because it's, in your
There's
throat.
just so much, the entire...
I can't imagine, something being so full to the brim that you physically can't get another hot dog down. Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean it's
you've been full before, but
I just
never
can't imagine
been,
how much there. And he said that he's just after he's done with this, he's then I just go celebrate the 4th and get hammered. And it's I don't.
How could you drink anything else?
I think he has to evacuate his stomach somehow. So one way or the other, but.
Ew.
I saw an interesting hypothetical. They were asking all the golfers that were in the I think it was the John Deere tournament this weekend. If Joey Chestnut and Usain Bolt had to race 100 meters, but before they could start, they had to eat an entire hot dog, fully finish it, who do you think would win?
Before they start?
Before they start running, they'd have to eat an entire hot dog, bun and all, no liquid. So they can't dunk it or anything.
I just don't think that it's that hard to eat a hot dog.
That's what I'm saying. I think one hot dog, Usain Bolt.
We might need to turn this into a small video because I think you guys are vastly underestimating how long it would take. The average person to eat a hot dog versus
I get that,
Joey Chestnut.
But Usain Bolt is on a whole different level of running.
Which is true, but I think the average...
Do we think that...
Joey Chestnut's still in pretty good shape. I mean, I feel like...
Right, but not Usain Bolt level sprinting.
So here's the thing,
he's in shape because this is his sport.
Yeah.
So 100 meters, though, I mean, the world record, I think, was 9.7 something seconds, and the average person could probably do it in, I'd say, 13, if they, aren't training for it. 13 or 14.
That was about
So the question comes down to, could Joey Chestnut eat a hot dog 5 seconds faster than Usain Bolt, or let's say 6 seconds faster than Usain Bolt? My bet is yes, but it's also one hot dog. His prowess comes in when he gets to eat 70. So,
right.
I don't know. My biggest question, so I'm firmly in the camp that Joey Chestnut would win. I think if it was 200 meters, then I think that it's really a race. Because then it's like, you can all out sprint for 100 meters and it's not that difficult. It's the last like 75 on a 200 that you're probably like, woof, I'm kind of starting to feel it. And that's where I think maybe Chestnut might lose.
I think the better bet is, do they throw up afterwards?
I think 100% both of them probably.
I don't think that Joey Chestnut would.
You don't think he would?
No, but I do think
he's got a stomach of steel.
Yeah, I think that Usain Bolt definitely would though.
Yeah, I mean it's not even fully down by the time he'd start running. So
I also think we're kind of forgetting about the fact that like
and who's telling them when to start?
I mean it's start and then it's just they have someone make sure that their mouth is empty before they can start running.
Like,
I guess.
Like they have to do like a
yeah,
and then they can go.
Yeah,
take that. To lick someone over there.
I'm sorry.
Well, no. What were you talking? I was gonna say that I think that we're forgetting about the fact that like any major powerhouse athlete or Olympian, yeah, right, has to be a good eater too.
Oh, that is true.
You know, like you gotta fuel yourself. Like
if you're doing sprints all day, you need a lot of calories.
But
exactly,
it's not necessarily speedy.
No, but I'm just saying, like they know, like you have to get.
But I mean, sometimes it is because it's like, have you tried to? Tried to eat like to bulk a little bit, like right. You have to kind of force yourself to, and the way to do it is just eat as quick as possible so that you
and they're eating a lot of like the same thing, like a lot of eggs, a lot of protein, like things like
That's
that.
a good point that I didn't really consider.
So I'm thinking that I'm with my man Usain.
All right. I think then I guess that's all we need to talk about for that. I just saw that
we can
hypothetical.
circle back whenever they inevitably do this.
I saw that. It would be stealing if we did it ourselves because the Pardon My Take guys are gonna. I think they're actually gonna do it themselves, but it was a hypothetical that everyone on Twitter was talking about, so I had to get everyone's thoughts on it here. That kind of opened my eyes. I guess I kind of was just thinking, Usain Bolt can't eat that fast, but he probably can eat pretty quick.
These are the things that we have to be considering.
Right.
Yeah. So now you have some hot takes on the next thing we're going to talk about, which was Mr. Myles Turner. And I don't know if you heard the news. You were a little frustrated with me after last episode because I was a little bit sad that he was going to Milwaukee.
I wouldn't say you were sad.
Do you want to get into angry?
This?
I was angry. I still am angry.
Do you want me to say my piece on this?
Well, can I tell you something first before?
Yeah, you can say your thing and then I'm going to say my thing.
So
this is my podcast.
Kevin Pritchard, Pacers president, said that, two things. One, we're ready to pay Myles Turner and go into the luxury tax, which means we were going to have to pay extra money to the league so that we could sign Myles Turner. So it's not like we weren't willing to pay.
Mm-hmm. They made the deal that he wanted.
Not the exact one he signed with Milwaukee.
Okay.
But here's the other thing.
Okay.
They didn't know that Myles Turner had taken that deal until Shams, the guy that we've talked about, the NBA reporter, tweeted it. So that means that Milwaukee.
He didn't even tell him?
That means Milwaukee gave him an offer. He didn't go to the Pacers and say, "Hey, I just got this offer on the table." He straight went to Milwaukee. And now we haven't heard Myles' take on it. I don't think that Pritchard would get up there and lie. So the fact that he didn't even give and I'm not even saying that the Pacers would have matched that. There's a good chance that we probably come in $2 or $2.5 million a year under what he was going to get from Milwaukee. But that's where I was pretty sure that that's where it was because during the NBA Finals, if you remember, Shams said on TV, the Pacers are willing to go into the luxury tax to sign Myles Turner. Obviously, that was before Tyrese Halliburton injures his Achilles. But I mean, if the Pacers are willing to do that, they say after the fact, "Hey, we were willing to do that."
I just think that the Pacers just, you know this and you know me, I think they're all about friendship. Obviously, they didn't want to split up the team. I don't think that Tyrese's thing even affected it that much. Like, sure, they had to think about it and they have to get a new player for this next year or whatever. Somebody that can at least fill in. I don't know how all that works.
It's gonna be centered by committee, which I can talk about in a second.
I'll tune into all that when it's time to tune into all that, But for right now, as long as we're talking about friendship, the Pacers wanted to keep the team together, and it sounds like Myles wasn't doing his part to keep friendship together.
That's the consensus that a lot of people come to, and it like you said, kind of after the last episode, we should wait, see kind of where everything happened, like, who was the culprit in this deal, and it has come out that it is, seems like it might have been Myles. And like I said, it would have been different if the Pacers were like, we're not going to match the Bucks offer, and then it's like, well, but that's one of the, that's one of the brutal things about the NBA as a business is that guys want to go get their money somewhere, and sometimes things like this happen. It leaves a really sour taste in a lot of Pacers fans' mouths that I feel like they kind of feel wronged and kind of, robbed of the chance to maybe have a chance for him to retire here.
I'm all for him, you should be paid adequately for your work. Obviously, Myles does a lot of work, and he's, been with the Pacers for a very long time and all that good stuff. I'm cool with him leaving for more money. I get that. You got things and stuff to support.
Well, yeah, it's a business.
It's a business, and you kind of have to see it that way. What I'm not cool with is him being I'm going to go and sign this and not tell anybody. I'm going to keep this little secret because I don't want to deal with it, and then it'll just come out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the part that I feel like is just a little bit
very frustrating.
Hey, you should have maybe done this a different way.
Very frustrating.
But also Myles. I understand. I'm a little upset, but I understand.
Myles, I don't understand. You're a traitor. I hope you suck in Milwaukee.
Oh,
all right.
So.
And that brings me back to my point, which is that you guys were all hating on Myles when we were in the finals and things were getting all upset.
Yeah, he played like shit.
Things were getting heated. We were like, hey, Myles, you go. See you later. And then it actually happens, and then we want to get all mad and upset that he actually did it. That's all I'm going to say.
He played like shit. So
that's all I'm going to say.
Have fun with your Legos in Milwaukee.
And don't shit on Legos either.
You had a whole block dedicated to you in Gamebridge, and now you will hear relentless boos and heckles every single time you come to Indiana for the rest of your career. So I hope you're happy with the bed you made. You are well invited to lay in it.
I think he's fine.
So the Pacers...
he's doing just fine.
And oh snap.
No, sorry. I had one more quick thing about the Pacers. So they signed, who was it? Jay Huff. Signed Jay Huff from the Grizzlies. He's an interesting fellow. He only played, I think, he played like 12 minutes a game and averaged about 7 points. He's a pretty good three-point shooter, so kind of similar to Myles' play. Shoots a lot of threes. Doesn't rebound a ton. So Pacers fans are probably going to be dealing with the same exact thing. But he didn't get a ton of minutes. So
but you know who does rebound a ton?
Not Myles Turner.
TJ McConnell.
TJ McConnell does. Benedict Mathurin had more rebounds than Myles Turner, I think, did in the finals. So I'm excited to see what Jay Huff can do. We also just signed, this is a guy that I think you're really going to like, Mr. Seymour.
Mr. Seymour?
Mr. Seymour. They re-signed James Wiseman. So we had him.
Why do I know that name?
He played for 5 minutes on the Pacers this year and then tore his Achilles. 5 minutes, 6 points, and then tore his Achilles. And then we waived him. He got picked up by, I think, the Pistons or maybe the Raptors. Raptors waived him. We signed him back again. He should be good to go for the beginning of this season or around then, maybe a month or two in. But he is very young. He doesn't have a lot of tape. He's been dealing with injuries for his first few years. I think he just turned 24. So we'll see about that. And then we have Tony Bradley. I don't know if Isaiah Jackson's been signed yet, which he was also
Tony Bradley.
Tony Bradley. We picked him up in the middle of the season, and then he was on our team going into the playoffs. Played with us in the playoffs, and then Isaiah Jackson also tore his Achilles on the Pacers this season. So rough Achilles here for the Pacers. I think he's a restricted free agent.
You could say they have an Achilles heel.
Hey, yo. Tough season for the Pacers Achilles-wise. We'll see if they end up... I don't know what the exact deal is with Jackson right now. I'll have to look into that after this, but maybe I'll just put a little graphic up on where we are with that. So, Pacers made a few moves. Kevin Pritchard, obviously not super excited. He handled it the best way possible. That's why I run a podcast and not an NBA team, because he was like, I wish him the best. I'm sad that he's leaving. Longest tenured Pacer. He had 10 years here. Kind of grew up from a kid to NBA veteran at this point. But I'm not going to lie and say that I'll be rooting for him in Milwaukee. I hope he sucks, and I hope he makes that team a lot worse. And I hope we beat him again in the playoffs, because we've never lost to them. So
I think that the name Raptors is just kind of a kick-ass name.
Right? And they used to have the best logo. They used to have such a good logo. They had this vintage
I don't know.
Raptors logo, and now it's just... It's right there. And now it's just a basketball logo. There's just a basketball with like a scratch through it, and it's not as cool. But they used to have a really cool logo. Vince Carter, when he was on it, was awesome. So I think that's pretty much it for NBA. There's been a few other signings and stuff, but nothing too huge. Before going into next season, we'll do a little probably fun trivia game about who plays where now, because whole league's been shaken up and things have gotten interesting. So, bye, Myles Turner. Have fun in Milwaukee. We can move on from that. I don't know if you guys saw the Mexico versus USA Gold Cup final for CONCACAF. USA ended up losing to Mexico, but there was one handball during the game that can you I don't know.
I can play the video.
Yeah. It was, I'll throw a clip in, but yeah, so basically this guy, for the audio listeners, this guy just like kind of gets tripped up a little bit and puts his hand down to like brace himself and just puts his hand directly on the ball. And I guess it didn't get called a handball because it was ruled incidental contact, which I didn't think.
It's incidental, you're falling down.
But it doesn't matter.
For
It usually doesn't matter. It's like, because if someone kicks a ball and you like put your hand up like that and it hits your hand, and it's still a handball. So I don't really understand how it's not a handball.
Unintentional or not.
What's the sign for like handball and like for like the refs?
I have no idea. They just
I should know this, but
holding maybe.
You should know this.
I know I should know this. Why?
I just want to know.
I don't know. It's insane to me that the U.S. continuously cannot win soccer games, and I think my bold take for the World Cup that's coming to the U.S., I don't even think we're going to make it out of the group stage. I think we're going to get...
It's not going to make it out of the group chat?
It's not going to... Yeah, the U.S. U.S. men's national team is not making it out of the group chat.
The women have been better than the men for years now.
For years.
I do have a quote from the coach after this call, and he said, "The truth was that if that happened in the opposite half in the other box, for sure it's a penalty. The player was with the knee on the floor. He pushed the hand over the ball. It's not that the hand was already on the floor and the ball touched." So, obviously, that was his, like, PR media trained response, but he was fuming after the game.
Yeah, he was pissed. Which, how couldn't you be?
How close was the game?
They lost 2-1.
So, like,
So, a pretty close game.
But they would have had a PK from that.
Yeah, they would have had a PK.
So they would have had a penalty kick, maybe go up 2-1, and then the momentum's completely shifted from how they were playing. So a little frustrating. I don't understand how a country that's as big as we are and as cares about sports as much as we do just somehow cannot put together a good soccer team. And our coach sucked for a while, and we got a new coach, and we still suck. So I don't know, I think the last time we won the Gold Cup was in 2021.
That's not that far ago.
4 years. And then Mexico has won like
They're
back.
supposed to be like a powerhouse.
Mexico's won back to back. I mean,
I'm kind of like.
We have too much money.
Hey, that was like yesterday.
Yeah, but like starting in like the early 2000s, we started investing a ton of money into soccer development for the youth.
Do you think it's because the fan base just isn't there?
The fan base isn't super there, but it's like a lot of these guys like that are good at soccer go play in Europe and then come back to play for the U.S. team. So it's not like.
And this is also the national team, not like the fan base isn't as heavy for like MLS, but like nationally, like all the powerhouses from the, the MLS teams go and play for the national teams.
So it's like the fan base really shouldn't matter because a lot of these guys like don't even play in America. They go play in La Liga or they play in the EPL, and so when we have talent and we have like not horrible players, so it's just a little. I don't know. We need to get better. It's stupid. And I get into the World Cup, leading up to the World Cup every year. I don't really care about soccer. Sue me. I'm trying to get more into it, but it's.
Maybe if you were, they'd be better.
They should be better for me to get into it. I mean, it's like so many times that they've had like good chances to have a kind of a good team, and then they just, I don't know, piss down their leg. So a little frustrating. We need to get better soccer players, and we need a better soccer team if we don't want to get embarrassed on our home turf. So
yes,
hopefully we don't get grouped. That's my hot take. Maybe we won't, and you can go back and clip this, but I don't think we're going to make it out of the group stage.
Where was this?
I don't actually remember. I can look
Do
it
you
up
know?
real quick.
I feel like it was in
You said it was on our home turf.
No, I'm saying
like
the World Cup's going to be on our home turf.
Next year?
The next World Cup is, yes,
World Cups don't happen every year.
every 4 years.
it's like the Olympics.
That's something I could tune back into.
It's played at AT&T
Like-
Stadium. Yeah, how do
Like
you
I
not?
got
How do you
way
not?
into the Olympics
Really?
last
Last
year.
year was
Yeah,
awesome,
I did.
too.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
was
they-
more into the other
They
stuff.
played at AT&T Stadium, which is the Cowboys Stadium in Texas.
That's
So we
the
were
one
on
that-
our home turf.
That's the one that's gonna happen in 4 years.
No, that's where it
that's
was.
where this game was.
The one in 4 years, there's like places all over the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, I believe. There's
Okay.
matches at all of those. So, yeah, I don't know. Win. Like, what? Be better. It's annoying. All these other European countries can clearly do it, and I don't know. I think there's a big debate on like a lot of our best athletes don't go to soccer. So it's like, if we had LeBron James playing a defenseman in soccer versus being one of, if not the best basketball players of all time, and like stuff like that, could that maybe change how our soccer
Yeah,
turned out?
it
Probably.
also starts from like the ground up. Like you don't see as many kids wanting to go. I mean, there is this huge pull for soccer players, but a lot of like men especially, I feel like turn more towards like basketball or football or baseball.
Soccer's also expensive. Soccer's an
Yeah.
expensive sport to play if you're good at it. So
Right.
it's.
There is a huge talent pool here. I don't think we should be knocking the
I
talent
think
pool of
that-
American soccer players.
I'm
but-
not. So okay. So I apologize for that. I'm not only knocking the American. I think a lot of it's coaching. I think a lot of it is our coaching. Like we fired our last coach, and like
They need me to come in.
they do. They need you,
You got it, girl.
Seymour. Please come help us out.
Exactly.
So yeah, be better. Win, please.
Okay, now
Yeah. What
Maybe.
is?
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, next we have to talk about Red Panda, my absolute favorite halftime show. When I was an undergrad at IU, she came quite a few times and is easily the most electric halftime show to watch. I think the Firecrackers, have you seen them? The like jump roping kids.
I was
Oh,
just
yes,
about
I
to
have.
bring them up.
Oh, sorry. I think they're a close
I
second.
thought you were saying like she added firecrackers into her show, and I was
No,
like, no, I haven't
imagine.
seen that one, guys.
Yeah.
But no, the kids I do know.
Yes, I was gonna say that was gonna be my whole thing on this. That if she needs someone to like step in for a while, bring out those kids with the jump ropes because I was in awe of them. Like some of the things that they can do, I
They're,
just
ju-
didn't
they're
even-
using the children as a jump
As
rope
jump
for the
ropes.
Firecrackers. I think we need a quick moment of silence for Red Panda. So, okay, moment over.
But yeah, I did find out that so they were playing the Lynx, right?
Yeah.
This was at the Fever game.
Yeah, this was at the Commissioner's Cup
at the Commissioner's
championship
Cup,
game.
Yeah, and
Which, by the way,
Oh man,
Fever
Go
won.
Fever.
Go Fever.
Yeah.
They finally brought a championship to Indy. We've been waiting.
go Fever.
Yep, the Fever went on like a live Instagram or something afterwards, and Caitlin Clark said her well wishes to Red Panda. But yeah, I guess the fall was due to her unicycle being damaged during transit, and so it like caused her to
Somebody
throw off her
sabotaged
balance
her?
or something.
I think it was just whoever the probably.
You don't want
the,
me to put
the-
that on
No,
somebody?
no, I think it was just the flight. Whoever was in charge of. Yeah, I mean you've seen people loading luggage in.
Is she from Indy?
No,
No.
but she
She seems like she's at like a lot of Indy-based sporting events.
she goes all over
Yeah.
the country. She does like the Big East. She does.
We just think it's nearby because
I mean, her schedule has to be insane because she goes all over. She does NBA,
Wow.
NCAA, like women's, men's, all over the place. And she's electric. I mean, every time you're like, okay, there's no way she's doing another bowl, and then she flips another bowl onto her head. So, Red Panda is in our prayers, and just very sad stuff. The other thing, did you see the?
What was the injury?
She broke
Broken
her wrist for the second time. So
Okay.
not great.
They said she'll be
Owie.
back in like a couple months or so, but still.
She's getting updates like she's a player. Like it's
Yeah.
like Red Panda out for a few months at least. So
But okay,
Seymour.
Seymour, let's rewind, okay, and go back to last episode where you talked about the one player that hurt his wrist in the playoffs, and a lot of people were comparing Tyrese's injury to the wrist injury.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson had,
and, okay, and you said that a wrist injury is one that you can pop back from.
Yeah,
right?
But it's her second, and I think it was the same exact. She had to get surgery on that.
I'm just saying, this isn't...
You're right, she could come back.
This isn't a broken femur.
And it's also like she doesn't use her wrist that much in her routine.
No, I think that flipping the bowls...
But she does it on her feet. She puts the bowls on her feet and then flips them up.
She doesn't do anything with her, like, tossing.
So that she uses it for balance.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
All of them are on her foot, and she flips them all up onto her head.
You definitely seem like an expert.
Red Panda is like, I love her. She's awesome.
I think I've seen her once at a Pacers game, maybe.
She is, and her little music that plays is like so catchy.
Yeah.
She is one of the goats of halftime performances, and I'm very sad about all of this.
I'm just saying, I don't think this is the end of the Red Panda.
No,
I'm not downplaying the injury.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure this was very tragic, and it is obviously for fans like yourself. But
I'm very sad.
I do think that she's gonna be all right.
Well,
guys.
and all of the statements that she's made publicly are so positive. There's not one that's like, oh, that was a tough one. It's always like, thank you for the well wishes. I will be back.
Boom.
Like, she's so positive, uplifting.
She's just like Tyrese.
We need more of that in this country.
The other thing I was gonna say about the Commissioner's Cup thing, just some of those live clips from the Fever were hilarious. Like, did you see the one where Caitlin Clark they were on Sydney, I forget her last name's phone, but she got a text and she was like, oh, you just got a text from Daddy. And the girl was like, that's my dad. And she was like, oh, my bad. And there were a bunch of other clips about just, it was pretty funny. And after the fact that they were all just like popping champagne and drinking beer. And it's like, I don't even know if the Fever are at 500 yet. So good luck to the Fever. Hope Caitlin Clark gets okay. More prayers to Red Panda. Hopes that she can recover and be back to flipping bowls on her unicycle soon.
Okay, so have you guys did you watch Wimbledon at all?
I've watched some of it. I can't bring myself to watch a ton of tennis, but it's Wimbledon, so it's like, it's cool aesthetic too. So
yeah. So I have some friends that are obsessed with Ben Shelton, and so I always kind of have to tune in to him and what's going on. He is in a wonderful relationship with Trinity Rodman. Are you guys familiar with her at all?
No.
Okay, so she is a professional soccer player. She plays for the Washington Spirit, but then she also is on the U.S. Women's National Team. So she, in this, you can see in the top right photo, just stunning.
I love
very
that blue.
Supportive. I know, looks great on her.
Mm-hmm.
Very supportive girlfriend. She's on the sidelines, watching Ben in all his matches. And every single time the commentators like pan over to her and they, kind of have like the Taylor Swift girlfriend moment where you like talk about something, they always comment on the fact that her dad is Dennis Rodman. And
I was just about to ask, so I was wondering if that's where this was going.
Just tell me, because it sounds so familiar. Who is it?
Dennis, really famous basketball player. He played with Michael Jordan.
Okay, thank you.
But he is, like, dad only biologically. Like, he is not, like, she does not consider him a father figure. She has no, like, bad blood other than the fact that, like, he's just not her father. Like, he never stepped up for her, all these things. But they kept bringing that up in every single thing, and the commentators even called her Trinity instead of Tiffany. So she took to her Instagram story, and she said, for those who don't know, my name is Trinity, not Tiffany, with some, like, laughy emojis. And then she also said, also for Ben's matches, he has his family there as his support system, which includes his dad. My dad's not even in my life. No need to bring him up during his matches when I don't want him talked about during this time. It's a moment for him and his loved ones. Thank you. Which, I mean,
a respectful
way
to
go.
Say that. Hey, I'm done with this. You guys need to pay attention and we're good.
It's not about me.
Yeah, this isn't about me at all. This is about him.
Exactly.
I respect that.
So that has to be like super frustrating. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I know that I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Call Her Daddy podcast too with Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
She went on that podcast and talked about, her relationship or lack thereof with her dad, and I feel like that probably for her was like clearing the air and like setting it aside, not having to bring up my dad every time, and that has to be so frustrating when they just like hard launched this relationship a couple months ago, and so to be at one of the biggest sporting
And
events
it
in the
just
world.
keeps constantly coming up.
Yes, and you're just trying to support your boyfriend.
Well, and she's not being disrespectful about it either. She's just like, hey, this isn't even about me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, let's move the focus onto this guy. He's doing a great job. Let's move on.
Exactly.
I also saw, did you see that they posted that that graphic of him that just said Ben Shelton lasted 1 minute, and it was, I'll put a picture of it in the video, but it says American Ben Shelton needed just 1 minute to finish the suspended match this morning, and then literally the graphic is just Ben Shelton lasted 1 minute.
Oh, God.
So it's
That's tough.
kind of like they're asking for people to make jokes, but
Yeah.
pretty funny. I also see, did you see him when he was like doing his interview after his match and was
Was
like,
it for his sister?
yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up too. I
Yeah.
have the exact quote. So basically, like post-match little interview thing, they would always pan it over to the family and Trinity, but then also his sister is there too.
Mm-hmm.
And he used that as an opportunity to try and get his sister some more PTO so that she could continue to watch. So the quote is, "My sister's here. She's been here for every match I've played. She's been the lucky charm. But she has work in the U.S. starting back on Monday. She works for Morgan Stanley. If any of you have some
Called them
connections and
out.
can get her a couple extra days off so she can stay and we can keep this rolling, that'd be great." So then a few days later, the sister took to her Instagram story and said that she was granted the extra days. So it did.
Way to go. Brother of the year right
Yeah.
there.
Dudes rock. Yeah.
Dudes rock.
Exactly. So I don't know, that says something about using your platform. For
Yeah.
No, I thought it was
Well,
awesome.
Morgan Stanley, a pretty big company,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like, they were definitely going to listen to that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, she also works for like their like public, I want to say like engagement division or something like that. So it was like,
Very involved.
Yeah.
well, but it's just even
And their marketing team.
she's literally doing her job, like
Yeah.
getting more. I'm sure people were like, "Oh, good move by Morgan
Yeah.
Stanley."
Oh, for
so,
sure.
Well, and it put them in a positive light, too. Like, oh, take your time off.
Yeah, don't
girl,
worry.
like, you take care of that. Be with your family.
Yeah.
I thought that video was awesome
Yeah.
of seeing him say that. So, way to go, Ben Shelton. You can be a dude who rocks this week.
Exactly. So now I guess we're passing the baton off to Seymour, sorry. We do not have a slide for this because it is a surprise. So let's see what you got to say.
I have to take a deep breath because I'm so excited. I'm reading a book right now.
Oh, jeez. Should we explain the game?
Well, no.
Okay.
I'm reading a book right now. Okay. And, I think it's a pretty well-known book. Definitely in, like, the sports realm.
Okay.
Just to give some context there. It's about kind of a hometown hero. He makes it, like, and he's, like, a very big, popular person at this point in his
I
life.
think I already know, but I'll let you keep going. Is it about baseball?
No. So kind of a hometown hero, like very well supported. At this point in his career, like he's done like a very good job, okay? He's got the nice house, the hot wife, he's got a couple of kids, he has his best friend, he works with his best friend every single day. They like have a very good relationship, they help each other out at work quite a bit. And something happens at work, he has a very bad day. Okay, and things just don't go well for him, and he kind of has to take a step back in his career. Okay, then at this point, he kind of starts to mend his relationship with his dad a little bit. They have some, kind of like a montage type thing for him to get better at his job, and they do a lot of different training, I'll bet a little bit controversial. They work together quite a bit, and then, he gets back into his job, starts to kind of get things going again for himself, mend a couple of relationships, finds true love, gets back together with his family, repairs his relationship with his mom. His best friend does end up marrying his ex-wife. They kind of get together.
Can I buzz in?
Yeah, you can buzz in.
Talladega Nights.
It
Battle of
is Talladega
Ricky
Nights,
Bobby.
yes. Don't you stick that knife in your leg, Ricky.
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake it, baby, yeah.
That was a good one.
I'd like to think the little baby Jesus.
We might need to have to start doing one of these every episode.
I'd like to think the little baby Jesus with his little baby feet and his little baby hands.
6 ounce, little baby Jesus.
Little baby Jesus. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I like to think of Jesus as one of those fellas wearing one of those shirts that looks like he's wearing a tuxedo.
Is that a cougar?
I'll beat your ass, Grandpa.
So anyway, that's the book I'm reading. It's riveting, really great. Tune in. He does end up kissing his nemesis.
Oh, I thought you were going to say sibling.
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby.
I feel like I haven't, I need to go
You've not seen this?
Well, no, I've seen it, but it's been
Did you know what I was talking
a long
about?
time. No.
You were out the whole time?
I was out the whole time. I kind of thought Incredibles there for a second.
I almost went animated with it, and then I decided that I shouldn't.
That's good. We might need to start doing that. That's a good bet.
Thanks so much, guys. I was really excited to have butterflies. Okay.
All right. I guess we can cut to the next thing. So, yeah, see you in a few. This is going to be part 2 of this episode. I had to take a quick break. Had to bring in our resident college sports expert, mostly basketball, but we'll talk a little bit more than that. Our boy Dan over here. So, welcome in. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And I think we wanted to talk about just some college sports traditions that we're not the biggest fans of. And we chose from a few. I made sure that they didn't overlap. I don't know which years exactly were, but, getting kind of the dog days of summer. I think I've said that a few times on this episode now, but I think we're all kind of craving college sports or just, something other than baseball. So I'm excited to get into it. I think I'm going first with the first one, which is the Texas A&M Yell Leaders. These guys drive me absolutely insane. They do their little midnight yell practice. They don't have any female cheerleaders. And then they just have playing at Texas A&M has to be one of the most brutal environments to be in, but there's just a certain vibe around it with their yell leaders and the kind of military aspects that they have that it drives me insane. And I don't know how everyone in college football just puts up with it and thinks that it's this super cool tradition, because I think it's infuriating. So I don't know if you had any thoughts on this.
Yeah, the one thing I've never understood about them is have you ever seen the videos of their midnight yells? The whole place is full on a Friday night. It's
at midnight, yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Is that how would you not have anything else to do? There's no way that's the best thing you can be doing.
I don't think there's much to do in College Station. So
you look at Johnny Manziel though. He had a hell of a time.
Yeah, I guess. I think a lot of people just like to. If you're going to the game, I guess you're just all right, I guess I'm going Friday night. It's a 2-day ordeal.
I guess so, yeah.
Let everyone commute in. There's a lot, and I've heard stories about the yell leaders that they're the coveted men on campus. They're the girls all want the yell leaders.
I've seen that too.
It seems like it would be this kind of I don't know. It's a cultural thing that you don't see at a lot of schools. So I think it's so odd. I'm not even in I'm not an SEC or Big 12 fan, and it doesn't compute for me. I think it's extremely cringy, and I think it's really annoying, and they treat it like this huge badge of honor. So Yell Leaders has got to be my number one. Going on from that, I'm a little biased here. I'm a little bit biased, but Purdue chanting "IU sucks" at every kickoff, I guess it does exactly its point because it gets under my skin. But the amount of times I've seen them doing that when they're losing the game, or I'm sure they'll chant it this year, and it'll be, not great. Because the Purdue Notre Dame game was at Purdue last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was up there for that one.
Yeah, they're chanting "IU sucks" down 5 scores at every kickoff, and it's I guess, man. We were undefeated at that point, and Purdue had only beaten Indiana State, and we will forever remember that Hudson Card game where he went 23 for 24.
Never forget
that. But I'm a little biased, obviously, being an IU fan. I know you're wearing your Indiana sweatshirt, so you're probably a little bit biased too. But the Purdue IU sucks, man. It's got to stop. And I know a lot of, I don't know about your Purdue friends, but a lot of my Purdue friends also hate that chant. And they're it's so embarrassing when we're down 30 points and we're chanting IU sucks. Especially during last season when their home games, they were, they're down 50 to Oregon and they're chanting that. So I don't know if you had anything else to add to that. But.
Yeah, a lot of my friends there are not really too big of fans of it, but I don't know. I had some fun with it last year. And actually, every time I've been to a game there, I've always enjoyed it. I remember I went, I said Notre Dame this year. I'm not a Notre Dame fan at all, but that was fun to watch that and experience that atmosphere. And then when we played there 2 years ago, I was.
Was that the game that was really close? It kind of came down to it.
Yeah, they scored with a minute or two left.
I was at that game.
Both teams were just awful, but I remember I was getting into it with some people because I was a little too exaggerated during the IU sucks chants for the brief periods we had a lead. You know what I mean? But
that was a rough game. But,
yeah.
I guess it got under my skin, so they did their job. But it's a little funny to watch when they're down, 50 points. Like I said, the one cool thing that they do with it that I'll give them some props for is when they do their "Cancer Sucks" chant instead. When they do their Tyler Trent remembrance game, that's always really cool to see. So that's the one thing I will give them credit for. Chanting "IU sucks" at every kickoff is, well, we'll just call it what it is. It's little brother behavior. So. It'll be called that until they stop doing it. So that's probably my number 2 for me. And number 3 is it's kind of 2 things wrapped in one. I cannot stand the OHIO chant that Ohio State fans do. And the thing that really infuriates me is when they do it at opposite stadiums. And granted, this comes from someone that grew up an IU football fan. So I had to watch Ohio State come into Bloomington, beat the brakes off our team, be the only fans left in the stadium because my family would refuse to leave until the end, and then watch them chant across the field at each other OH, and it drove me insane. It's really annoying. Their fans that travel especially are extremely obnoxious. I have a funny story about one fan that was being extremely loud my freshman year of college. I was a little overserved at the tailgate before, and he would not sit down and stop talking crap to me and my friends, and finally I told him that he should probably sit down because his knees might buckle under his own weight, and he didn't appreciate that. Came down the stands. He had his face painted and he had one of those Buckeye necklaces on, kind of like these guys on the screen here, and proceeded to pour his entire drink on me and then put his arm around me, and then quickly security saw and escorted him out. And then, or actually, he ran away. And then security came and got questioned me. I thought for sure I was going to get kicked out. And they were just this kid, the IU police department guy was like, yeah, man, those Ohio State fans suck. And I was like, all right, we got some solidarity on our side. So, not a big fan of these guys. And then the other big thing that annoys me is it's their whole brand. The Ohio State University or the Ohio State University, I think is just so cringy, and they wear that like a badge of honor, and everyone just kind of laughs at it, and no one takes it seriously, but they think it's the biggest when someone calls it Ohio State University, they're like, oh, it's the Ohio State University, and it is really, really annoying to me. So Ohio State fans in general, but the 2 biggest things is the OH chant when they're at opposing stadiums, and the that's in front of their university name. Gets really, really annoying to me.
Yeah, the is that one just gets me. I don't know. It's so irrelevant. Who else goes? No one else cares about that. No one else tries to be more than that. The OH though, I can't lie. I don't like it, but if I was an Ohio State fan, I'd be into that.
I think exactly. I know a lot of these traditions. It's if it's your own school, you're yeah. I mean, the whole point is to piss
that's fair.
off.
But I feel this one, I don't know. If IU. If we had a chant that we just did in opposing team stadiums, I would be so into that.
Maybe we'll get one. I mean, it's the first year that we've been good, but no, I can see that side of it. It's just I have so many memories of going to those Ohio State games, and especially because it'd be IU was the king of keeping it close in the first half, and then immediately second half just giving up a huge lead. So I just have some very, very poor memories of it, and it only has to do with how bad IU football was and seeing them chant across our own stadium and then just be extremely obnoxious college football fans, which I'm not going to act like I'm not one. So hopefully we'll be able to stop them next time they're in Bloomington from doing those chants. But those were my 3 teams that I don't really like. So I'll pass it off to you to see the next ones that you brought to talk about.
Okay, so my first one's Mississippi State's Cowbells. I don't really know why I hate this, but I just have.
I think noisemakers at stadiums in general is just Bush League.
I did like, maybe it was because I was like 8, but remember the World Cup and like when it was in Brazil? Like,
it was the South Africa one.
No, South
with
Africa,
the
yeah.
vuvuzelas.
You're right. I liked that, but I was also like 8, so that's probably a big part of it. But these, like, I just can't stand. Like, I don't watch games. I can't watch a game at Mississippi State. I don't play it on the video game. Luckily, I mean, they just are so kind of irrelevant now in terms of college football that, I mean, you're not going to be watching a Mississippi State game, which is nice. But something about this tradition that it's just annoying. It doesn't really, it seems like it would be a lot louder if you were just loud and not with a cowbell.
It would mean a lot. I mean, yeah, they kind of got to cover, especially recently. Their teams have been so bad that they kind of got to do anything they can to make more noise. I would completely agree. Yeah, I hate these cowbells.
Yeah, this one I feel like it's not as well known, but
The Wabash.
the Wabash, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just
Every time I see them doing that dance. So yeah, Kansas State.
this
Wabash
montage is
Cannonball
crazy.
dance. The Jerome Tang one is undefeated.
My favorite one that he did, it was when I'm not gonna act like I know who they played, but it was one of the last 2 years where they were pretty bad. It was towards the end of the year, and he went in the student section to do the Wabash Cannonball.
Was it after they beat Kansas?
No, it wasn't a big win. It was just like they won a game at home because like there were only 5 rows of the student section full.
Yeah.
So we just like stood next to like 3 people and did it, and it just looked so ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. I get a lot of Purdue vibes out of Kansas State.
Yeah, that kind of has Darude Sandstorm vibes.
Yeah.
At least the Darude Sandstorm dance has a few more moves than that. That's just it's such a goofy.
Yeah, and just so in sync with it too. I don't know.
It's
Not my
goofy,
thing.
Yeah. I can get behind that one. I didn't have that one, so that's a good poll. Yeah, a lot of things wrong with Kansas State in general. Yeah.
This one, I don't hate the idea of it necessarily. It's just like,
So for audio only, it's Clemson storming the field.
yeah,
That's their whole thing.
yeah. I don't know. I used to like it actually, and then I turned on it last year because kid I was friends with in college, one of his buddies, they all went to South Carolina and like they won there, and they all stormed the field and they were allowed to just stand on their logo in their stuff after beating their rival. So I was like, that's when I turned on it. I feel like if you are, both ways, either letting other teams storm your field or storming when you beat like Akron. I don't know. Doesn't really make sense to me.
I would agree. I had one for Clemson that was an honorable mention of mine because they do a few things. I think that they have to ride that bus to get to their stadium, right? And then they do that like field run.
Yeah, they do that, yeah.
I think that's a little silly. I think the field run is like the hill run that they do. I'm surprised more people haven't gotten injured on it. It's it's so goofy watching it happen. And I think like running out onto the field can be very cool, but then when they do it like that, it's just not. So that was one of my honorable mentions. Another one I had was I think I'm going to talk to you about this. So I looked up the history of it. Back in like the 80s, they wanted to get like a home and home with Georgia Tech, and they like run in the same conference at the time, and they couldn't get Georgia Tech to come to Clemson, or they couldn't schedule a home and home. So they didn't want Clemson coming to Georgia Tech or whatever. So they did something where it was like the next time they did end up playing in Atlanta, they had every Clemson fan like use $2 bills to pay for things to show like how much they affected the economy or something, and then they ended up like beating the brakes off Georgia Tech, and so it just became a tradition after that where they just used so Clemson fans, when they go to opposing cities, they will use $2 bills everywhere they go, and it's just a very weird tradition that I think is really stupid and probably annoying for the people that have to deal with the $2 bills. And then I had a few others. So just West Virginia throwing batteries at people.
I like that.
You like that?
Like, are we talking players, other fans?
They just throw it in their like. I think they throw it. It happened during the backyard brawl. It used to for like a while. I don't think it happens much anymore. But That was one of mine. But you're a fan of it?
I mean,
That's just good, clean hatred.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
The Ole Miss Walk of Champions, I think, is just funny because they just haven't won anything since like the '60s, and they do like a walk with a big like arch that says Walk of Champions that they walk through, and I think that's just a little silly. And then I had for basketball wise, the ISU and the Purdue dance as one of my honorable mentions. I couldn't have Purdue on there twice, and I think Iowa State does basically the same exact dance, so had that on mine. But there's plenty of bad college traditions that I'm sure we could discuss, or we could probably discuss more. But I don't know if you had any honorable mentions or if that was just your top three. The other one, the FSU war chant that they do. I don't hate the chant, but they do it. It seems like almost every down.
I think that's part of it, though.
I know,
don't know.
but it would. I understand the idea, but watching it on TV, kind of like with the cowbells, it drives me absolutely insane. Same thing with South Carolina does that like rooster crow. You can't hear it as much on the TV as you can the FSU war chant, but the FSU chant it is so annoying to me. It's like nails on a chalkboard by about the third quarter. Luckily, I didn't have to watch very many FSU games last year because they were not good.
I don't know if this is technically like a honorable mention or if it's just one that I think is bad, but because I like the song, but Mr. Brightside at Michigan, I don't know. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you at a game in the Big House?
Yeah, and just it was quiet. Also, the Big House just isn't that good. I know it's no offense.
I mean, it's huge, but it doesn't get that loud.
It's quiet. It's weird. It was cool, but it was weird. And then they also do Pump It Up in Michigan.
Oh, I didn't even know they did
Yeah,
that.
but Cincinnati does it better. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Michigan's not great with the traditions.
We've been to some more stadiums than I have. The thing that kind of annoys me about the Michigan Mr. Brightside thing too is they like claim that Mr. Brightside is like their thing, when I feel like so many other schools use that song as like a pump, like get the crowd going.
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
And so when other schools play it, I've seen Michigan fans say, like, that's our thing, like they're stealing from Michigan, and it's like, dude, this is like one of the most famous songs for anyone that was born after like, I don't know, 1992. So it's been so big for so long that it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you can lay claim on a song like that that's just playing at every fraternity party across the country to this day.
Yeah.
So
no, I feel you.
I would agree with that. And then just going off that point in general, just people claiming traditions like that and thinking that they're like special because they use a song that everyone uses, it's a little annoying. But Michigan's the first example I can think of that. There's definitely some others that I've seen, but that one is definitely one that I think we might need to go through and do like best college traditions at some point.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because there's a few, like obviously like Enter Sandman and like Jump Around would be up there, but those are definitely, I would agree with this list. There's definitely some very annoying things on that. So we can move on from that segment and go straight into my Xeet of the week. And this one I might need you to do your best Shaq impression. I think I'm going to play Ernie and Chuck here.
Okay.
So it's a video of the Handball game that they play in. Do you know what that Disney movie is? Is it El Dorado? What's it called? No. There's I think it's Road to El Dorado. It might just be El Dorado. It's like an animated one. It's an old one. They play it in this, and like at one point it switches into an armadillo. I'll find it because it's a very. Actually, I'll just look it up real quick. No. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's the Road to El Dorado. It's a great movie. But in that game, they play this like Handball game. It's basically there's just like a stone circle on the side of a wall, and you have to like hit this ball back and forth. But someone said so it was just a video of these guys playing this game, and someone made a inside the Mesoamerican Ball Game League tweet, and it says Ernie says, an absolutely shocking upset today as the top-seeded Tenochtitlan Eagles lost to the Tlaloc Jaguars in an action-packed playoff match.
Disappointing. Where are they going, Chuck?
Sacrifice to Huitzilopochtli. But that one just made me laugh. This is a common brand of tweet I've seen. They did it for College Game Day last year, but just the fact that this Mesoamerican ball game league might have an Inside the NBA version. Kind of made me laugh a little bit. If that's not your sense of humor, I'm sorry. We'll bring up a better Xeet next week. So I liked that one a lot. And then I had a Dude's Rock. This might actually be a little bit longer than a week old. But Paul Skeens, so there was a rain delay during the Pirates game, and Noah Hiles, @_Noah Hiles on Twitter, tweeted, Paul Skeens looks to have joined the Pirates grounds crew. He's been out there chopping it up with the boys for a good 15 to 20 minutes now. Then he quote tweeted that, and he said, followed up on this. Paul said he was out there because he was bored, added that he would love to cut grass professionally whenever his baseball days are over. And if that's not a Dude's Rock moment, I don't know what is. I mean, you're like making a shit ton of money playing in the MLB. You're one of the best pitchers in baseball right now, if not the best, at least the National League. And you're getting asked questions like, or you're answering questions like you want to go cut grass after you're done in the league. So I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, but it seems like something I would do if I was in the MLB. Just go out there and chop it up with the boys out there in the grounds crew, hang out.
Oh, I was just thinking like other sports too. Like what would even be like equivalent to that? Like,
yeah, like a thunder delay in football or something. You just hang out with some people. Like, it doesn't happen very often in other sports, just because baseball's the summer.
No, I meant like it's like, would that be like if I don't know, like like Shay's like out, equivalent? Like Shay's out on the court before the game, like when they're switching like an arena from like hockey, like an ice rink to like a basketball court, and Shay's just out there like all over them, just asking how they're putting the court together and all of that. Just
it's pretty similar to that, honestly. They're like we're at like Paula Banchero or something, or like whoever's a youngster, and then like CJ Stroud out there like helping the guys paint the lines and being very interested in it. I think it's pretty cool. Paul Skeens seems like a very down to earth guy. Dating Livy Dunn and an all-star, and also on one of the worst teams in baseball right now. Or not one of the worst, but it sucks seeing. There's a very famous tweet about when Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani were on the same team, and it was like every Angels stat line is like Shohei Ohtani did something that's never been done since Tungsten Armo Doyle, in 1932 pitching wise, and then Mike Trout hit 2 for 4 with a home run as the Angels lost 13-4 or something like that.
Yeah. And
it seems like every Pirates tweet is that too. It's like Paul Skeens went 7 innings with 2 hits, 0 earned runs, and the Pirates lost 1-0. It's a brutal situation for him to be in, and if the Pirates don't build a team around him, they are going to have a rough team or a rude awakening when that contract is up.
I saw something that it was like in his last 13 starts, he was like under a 2 ERA, and they're 1-12.
Dude, no one can hit him.
I don't know how that's possible.
And he can't get wins. They can't. No one can hit him, and no one on the Pirates can hit.
It's crazy.
So I don't know if it's a case of the yips or what it is, but so that's pretty much it for that. The last thing I wanted to talk about before we kind of close out here, in between our break from the first part and the second part, Benedict Mathurin posted a picture on his Instagram that I'll throw in for the viewers, but he posted a picture on his Instagram of him dunking on Myles Turner in practice, and I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
I also saw the report that as of right now, not a single Pacers player has liked the Goodbye Myles Pacers post. Seems like there might be some bad blood in Indy.
It's interesting. I bet a lot. I mean, I assume a lot of it has to do with going to the Bucks, but I don't know. It's Myles always seemed to be like one of the guys that the players at least liked, and regardless if he was struggling or playing well, it just always seemed like he was liked in the locker room. But obviously things have happened, as we know, and I don't know. It's interesting to see it like that publicly, especially a day after Pritchard said they tried to extend him, or they tried to match Milwaukee's offer, and he just didn't even
give him a chance.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's interesting. I'm very, very curious what that first home game against Milwaukee is going to look like. I'm sure tickets are going to be crazy. I'm going to try to go, obviously, just because I think that's something I want to be in the building for. But, I think we'll see. Benedict Mathurin's going to be playing with a fire this year that I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I really wasn't. I was definitely pro Myles in terms of just like he shouldn't be booed. It's a business move. Because originally I thought we gave him like or we offer like $20-some million less. I'm like, how can you blame the guy? But the way it's all starting to shake up, especially he hasn't said anything. It's
if it came out that it's
weird.
Like, you know, the Bucks made an offer, came back to the Pacers, and the Pacers were like, we're not going to pay him that. Very different story.
Exactly.
Myles can get, you know, a standing ovation when he comes back to Indy. All it takes, I mean, the Pacers probably wouldn't have matched that offer. So it's like, I mean, if you just wait one day or even a few hours and just say, hey, Bucks just offered me this.
It's weird.
So I don't know. We'll keep our eye on that going into the NBA. But I think that'll just about do it for us here at the Thank You Fans podcast, sponsored by Bleacher Heads. Go check out Bleacher Heads. We had a new drop last week. We have a drop this week and a lot of fun stuff coming up this summer. A lot of Big Ten schools getting some new drops, Big 12, all around the Midwest. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we might have a new podcast or two coming soon. So also keep your eyes peeled for that. And be sure to like, subscribe, send to your friends, get their takes on what they think the worst college traditions are, and let us know. So until next week, we'll see you Thursday, and thank you, fans.
Thank you.